Welcome to the Delz Show. Continuing this story, Travis Scott, Astro World Festival. Unfortunately, the death toll has rose to 9 now, confirmed via ABC News, and also we have the attorney that will be representing Travis Scott speaking on the whole situation, the whole case, and everything like that. And as I said, I will continue to cover this story if there's newsworthy stuff. I've done coverage from the very beginning, and I will continue to report this and tell the story until the very end of it. And there is a playlist to all of this story where we're not recycling stuff too. So check that out. And we're live right now. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button, and we're gonna hear what he has to say. Say, holy crap. Sorry, it's been a long day. I'm rhyming. I'm a poet. I don't even know it. Let me play that intro, 30 seconds. Give me. Let's give people a chance to get notified and come in to the live broadcast. And thank you to everyone watching on the playback. Right now, let me know, people on the playback in the chat. Do you think that Travis Scott is responsible or partially responsible for this horrible event that happened? Let me know.
Boy, Young Jizzle, nigga, y'all know what it is, man. DJ Delz.
Peace, man. What's up, y'all? This is Common, right now you checking out DJ Delz. Stay in tune with him, alright?
DJ Delz, absolutely wonderful.
What it do, what it does, the kid, Mr. R.I.P. himself, Low Soul, case you ain't know so, rocking with DJ Delz.
And with it, y'all, it's your boy, Neighborhood Nip. Big shout out to my homeboy, DJ Delz. No question, Neighborhood Nip.
Delz, Red, man, I'm in the building. Let's get it.
All right, so thank you all for tuning in. Once again, we're going to react to this. This is the lawyer right here. It says, I look delicious. Thank you so much. You're going to make me blush. Mo Kicks, what's up, dude? Hawaii Rams fan, what's up? Michelle, what's up? Thank you, Michelle. Great to see you back here. I love seeing some new faces that have been continuing to follow up on this story right here. So I appreciate you all. Hit the thumbs up on it. It's very important you do that because, YouTube is shadow blocking, shadow banning, hiding all of my shit. So if you like these kind of videos, letting me know is just simply hitting that thumbs up. And I need you one more thing, if you would. As soon as I press play, press 1, 2, 3. It'll let me know that you guys can hear the audio of this video. And let's go.
In a moment, we'll speak live with Travis Scott's attorney as the death toll in that Houston concert tragedy rises to 9. But first, let's go back to Marcus Moore there in Dallas with the latest on this. Good morning again, Marcus.
So now it is 9. It is 9 now, unfortunately, which is and the sad thing is that from what I've heard from people that were there, it may even be more because there's a lot of people not in good shape from this allegedly. So let's continue.
Yes.
Well, Cecilia, good morning. As this investigation stretches into another day, the death toll, as you mentioned, sadly is rising. 22-year-old Barty Shahani died from her injuries. She was a senior at Texas A&M University and was at the concert with family. She suffered.
And I did see a video, and I don't mean to be like grim at all, but I did see a video of when they had this girl on like some sort of stretcher, and they were bringing her over like a barricade, and it just dropped. And this girl, I don't know if this was her or not, but it literally just dropped on her head, and it was horrible. I mean, the care that was the lack of care. How do you just drop someone on their head? The body seemed very still, and I don't even know if it was on the stretcher. It may not have been on the stretcher, but they were trying to move a woman, and then boom, I mean, right on the hard floor. I'm sure you guys have seen that video. A lot of people, I'm sure, have. Even if you don't want to see it, it's all over the internet. I don't know if this was her or not, but it's just a lack of not only like Travis Scott maybe doing a little bit more, but oh, she says it was let me put this on the screen. It was on the stretcher. They messed up. Yeah, it was really crazy how hard of a drop right to the head, to the floor. And that was from staff or ETM or ET, whatever the hell it is. Someone that works there. It wasn't Travis Scott. And I'm not saying that Travis Scott is off the hook for all this. I'm trying to play down the middle so that you guys can express your feelings. Even though it's hard for me not to say that Travis could have done a lot effing more, in my opinion, But yeah, that was horrible. Beautiful girl too,
Multiple heart attacks, authorities say, as she was crushed by the crowd. And this was her first time attending this music festival.
Bring it back.
She suffered multiple heart attacks, authorities say, as she was crushed by the crowd. And this was her first time attending this music festival. It's been nearly a full week since the incident left 8 other young people dead and hundreds hurt. And there was chaos long before the gates even opened. And in the days since, there's been finger pointing about who could have or who should have.
And this story, once again, is via ABC News. Also, Brennan Moore via Storyful. We always got to give credit here. We're reporting a story. We do have the right to use this footage since this is news footage. And we are reporting as press here. So let's keep it continuing.
Have stopped the show, and whether or not it could have been stopped sooner by Travis Scott, the organizers, or even Houston police. But this morning, no one has been held accountable, and there's no clear answers on what exactly went wrong. Cecilia, the police chief, said that this is a criminal investigation and that it could take months for them to find answers as to what went wrong at this concert. Cecilia.
Okay, Marcus, thank you so much. And as you just said, there are so many questions. And right now we are joined live by Travis Scott's attorney, Ed McPherson. Mr. McPherson, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. I want to start right there with Barty Shahani, the 9th young person who passed away from the injuries that she sustained there at your client's show. We also have a 9-year-old boy who is in this medically induced coma.
Why is a 9-year-old boy at a Travis Scott show? Like, there should be like an age restriction, right? You're not going to put a kid that's goes up to your kneecap on a roller coaster ride or something like that. Why are you going to bring a kid to an environment where they're going to be in danger when there's crowds of people? I'm pretty sure there was no seating. Everything was general admission where you were standing the whole time. A 9-year-old has no business being in a crowd like that. There were women that were reporting that we've even covered on this show and other videos that were around 5'1" to 5'4", and they would have to lift their head up just to gasp and get a little bit of air. Why are 9-year-olds at a Travis Scott concert? Not only safety reasons, but also just being appropriate. No freaking kid should be listening to Travis Scott music, 9 years old. That's insane. Travis Scott's music is for people older than 9 effing years old. You know what I'm saying? I know, when I was 9 years old, I wasn't, actually, you know what? 9 years old, I was listening to stuff I shouldn't have, but I wasn't raised right. You know what I mean? I basically learned by myself. I unfortunately, I was, the way my environment was, I didn't have much supervision. But there's no reason for a 9-year-old to be at an effing show. I have a daughter that is just turning 10, and I wouldn't dare take her to that show. I said on the show a few days ago, there's Justin Bieber show coming. I'm not taking her to that because he's cursing left and right on all of his new songs now. So it's not appropriate for her. And that's just profanity, Like, I can't even imagine at a Travis Scott, I'm sure it's a great time, well, not now after seeing this shit, but, like these rap concerts, I've been to all of them. You name them, I've been to them shows, but it's nowhere for a child to be. This is what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time fucking speaking. Jesus.
So I'll ask you, how much responsibility does your client bear for what happened that night?
You know what? That's what the investigations are about. That's what
Let's bring it back a little.
So I'll ask you, who passed away from the injuries that she sustained there at your client's show. We also have a 9-year-old boy who is in this medically induced coma. So I'll ask you, how much responsibility does your client bear for what happened that night?
You know what? That's what the investigations are about. That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of is who was responsible. This obviously was a systemic breakdown that we really need to get to the bottom of before we start pointing fingers at anyone.
There are so many questions indeed about what happened there. We know that police declared this mass casualty event just before 9:40 p.m. The show, though, continued to go on for another 40 minutes. That mass casualty declaration, did it not get to your clients at all, or anyone on his team for that matter?
It absolutely did not. In fact, I think we've seen footage of police half an hour later just walking about and not looking like it was a mass casualty event. But clearly, the important thing is that never got to Travis. That never got to Travis's crew. He's up there trying to perform. He does not have any ability to know what's going on down below, certainly on a mass level.
So we've seen, you're looking at one right now, so many videos from that show. We know that Travis stopped the show several times. At one point, he acknowledges that someone had passed out and called for help. We've seen other footage where you could see ambulance lights, concert goers going out in stretchers. At what point did Travis find out what happened? And while all this was going on, what did he think was happening down below?
You know what? Travis didn't really understand the full effect of everything until the next morning. Truly, he did not know what was going on. As you could see from the clip right there, he's on a riser at one point and he sees one boy down and he actually asks security, stops the show. He asks security to get to that person. There were a couple other times, one with, you say an ambulance, but it looked more like a golf cart with some light.
What? A golf cart? I've been doing video after video after video of this, and I will say, not one person in the comments and on the playbacks has said that it just shit looked like a golf cart. And one of the videos I think is pushing 50,000 views. Not one person has said the shit looks like a golf cart. I mean, does it look like a golf cart to you guys? Another thing is where I'm reacting to this shit. The guy was literally on the riser staring down, and the thing that's so messed up, I don't know if you guys heard what I heard, but the whole you could forever in my life, anytime I hear that, I'm thinking of when he looks like he's staring down, looking at that body being kind of like passed around to get help. Just a still body. If you are up and elevated, you've got even a better picture. The higher up you are, the more you're playing to going down. So, like, for example, right now my camera is here, right? So if I stand up, well, if I stand up, you're not going to see my face. But if I stand up a little bit, now my head has got to tilt down a little bit to look at that camera. He's performing to a crowd, right? Now, someone like Drake only did like 4 or 5 songs. He was a guest. He's running around. He's excited. He's getting used to even the stage and his environment. You know what I'm saying? This guy's performing for the whole show. He's looked at the crowd. He could tell, like, certain. He's got to be. I think this is bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. But that's my opinion. It's not facts. But I think it's bullshit, bro. I mean, that's just me. At one point, he told the people to turn the lights on for the freaking, not the ambulance, but the damn kid that was climbing a tree. Look at the guy, he's on a tree. Turn the lights on for the guy on the tree. How you going to tell them to turn the lights on for the tree, for the kid climbing on the tree, but there's an ambulance, and then you say, oh, let him go through, let him go through. And then he says something like, I know why you're here. I'm paraphrasing now. And then he says, let's make the ground shake. He said some shit like that. Let's make the ground shake. Paraphrasing once again. When you have an ambulance, what comes out of the ambulance, people? People in the chat, right? What comes out of an ambulance? What do they pull out of the ambulance when an ambulance comes? Make sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new. Watch all of the coverage here. It's always new content here. We don't recycle shit here. Yes. So what comes out of an effing ambulance is the damn stretcher. the stretcher comes out of the ambulance, right? Where does the stretcher go? On the ground. So you're literally saying, let's shake the ground after you acknowledging the freaking ambulance is there. Kind of crazy, if you ask me. Also, we will talk about the Simpsons. There's all of this stuff going on saying the Simpsons kind of we're saying, Vinny Boombots, Vinny Pots and Pans, how you doing? Great to see you in here. So look, now check this out, bro. The Simpsons, they also have this situation where you know, people are saying they predicted this. We're gonna dig into that momentarily, but we got to stay focused here. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. And as I said, this is a reaction. We have a link to this actual video. And this is courtesy, once again, of ABC News and Good Morning America. Let's go.
Absolutely did not. In fact, I think we've seen footage.
Let's back it up even more.
Criminal investigation, and that.
Thank you so much. And as you just said, there are Shahani, the 9th young person who passed away from the injuries that she sustained there at your client's show. We also have a 9-year-old boy who is in this medically induced coma. So I'll ask you, how much responsibility does your client bear for what happened that night?
You know what? That's what the investigations are about. That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of, is who was responsible. This obviously was a systemic breakdown that we really need to get to the bottom of before we start pointing fingers at anyone.
There are so many questions indeed about what happened there. We know that police declared this mass casualty event just before 9:40 p.m. The show, though, continued to go on for another 40 minutes. That mass casualty declaration, did it not get to your clients at all, or anyone on his team for that matter?
It absolutely did not. In fact, I think we've seen footage of police half an hour later just walking about and
do you guys believe this? Do you believe that? Let me know if you guys believe that. Not only on the chat, but on the playback. And please share this video if you would right now. If you believe in you know, truth, like going in and digging up news and opinions, and also you know, unbiased news where you get real opinions, then make sure you share this, you know, because you already know when you watch the news, there's always something, you know, with this shit.
Not looking like it was a mass casualty event, but clearly the important thing is that never got to Travis, that never got to Travis's crew. He's up there trying to perform. He does not have any ability to know what's going on down below, certainly on a mass level.
So we've seen, you're looking at one right now, so many videos from that show. We know that Travis stopped the show several times. At one point, he acknowledges that someone had passed out and called for help. We've seen other footage where you could see ambulance lights, concert goers going out in stretchers. At what point did Travis find out what happened? And while all this was going on, what did he think was happening down below?
You know what? Travis didn't really understand the full effect of everything until the next morning. Truly, he did not know what was going on. As you could see from the clip right there, he's on a riser at one point and he sees one boy down, and he actually asks security, stops the show. He asks security to get to that person. There were a couple other times, one with, you say an ambulance, but it looked more like a golf cart with some lights. He wasn't sure.
Once again, did it look like a golf cart with lights? Did the ambulance look like a golf cart with lights? I personally don't think so. What do you think? We will pull up this golf cart with lights in just a second after this, and we'll talk more about that. Let's keep rocking.
Sure what that was, but he stopped the show for that. Told people to get aside if they're okay, put their hands up. There was one other instance right in front of him where he saw something specific. But understand that when he's up on the stage and he has flash pots going off around him, and he has an ear monitor that has music blasting through it and his own voice, he can't hear anything. He can't see anything.
We also just saw this new report that Marcus was.
Now, he may not be able to hear if you got the ear monitor. I will be honest with you. Because if he has the ear monitor, that thing is blasting his ear, because he has to hear the music from the DJ and the band real time. Artists always have some sort of monitor usually on their ear. I know this because I've been on stages. I've been at performances where I was a part of the production. But when it comes down to the visual, he got two eyes. He's looking at the crowd the whole time. He's seeing the flashing light. he acknowledged that there was an ambulance there. So after seeing the ambulance, any person with any kind of heart would continue to check to see how the rest of his fans are doing, right? Or you just say, oh, there's an ambulance there, let me just keep turning the fuck up. I mean, as I said, the guy said, let's make the floor shake or the ground shake or some shit like that. We go watch that video as a playlist. Don't do it yet, but when you leave or come back if you're busy, you got to watch all the videos here. But I mean, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem, some of this shit ain't making sense what he's saying, in my honest opinion. And I respect other opinions that are different than mine too. I want you to understand that over here at the Delz show, all opinions are welcome, as long as you're not saying nothing that's fucking, ignorant or offensive to any kind of group of people. Or if you're writing something crazy in the chat, you're gone. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm saying.
Was just talking about right before you about how out of hand this was even before the concert started. Folks storming security gates, one person sent to the hospital before these gates even open. Was Travis Scott aware of any of that?
He certainly was not. He's not part of that. He doesn't run security. He was preparing for the concert, and that's it. So this is the first time I've seen footage of that.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't blame Travis Scott on this. He's in his trailer behind the damn stage. If that, he's at a hotel. He gets a car, a limo, something nice is driving him in. And then he goes into a trailer and he's hanging out in the trailer probably until the last minute where he needs to go on the stage, leaves the trailer, goes on there. I was just at a festival, 4-day festival, was backstage most of the time. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. I know how these things work. You know what I'm saying? So, this type of stuff right here, Travis may not have known about, but there are reports allegedly that they did say that the crowd was getting out of hand before the show even started. If anyone has that report, please tweet me. My Twitter is at DJ Delz. This is why I put my social media here, so that if you guys have any information, we could go real time and I can dig that up on Twitter. And make sure you guys follow the social media too, please. And if you'd like to donate to the show, because YouTube, they demonetize basically everything with this shit. So we do have the Cash App and the PayPal and the Super Chat while we're live. And please write something if you send it after the show. Let's continue.
And I'm pretty sure that Travis wasn't aware of that until much after part of that. He doesn't.
Was just talking about right before you.
As an ear monitor that has music blasting through it and his own voice, he can't hear anything. He can't see anything.
We also just saw this new report that Marcus was just talking about right before you about how out of hand this was even before the concert started. Folks storming security gates, one person sent to the hospital before these gates even open. Was Travis Scott aware of any of that?
He certainly was not. He's not part of that. He doesn't run security. He was preparing for the concert, and that's it. So this is the first time I've seen footage of that, and I'm pretty sure that Travis wasn't aware of that until much after the concert.
Now, mind you, this guy's a lawyer. Do we really believe that's the first time? I mean, he's his attorney. Do we really believe this is the first time he's ever seen this footage? Let me know what you think.
He's not part of that. He doesn't run security. He was preparing for the concert, and that's it. So this is the first time I've seen footage of that, and I'm pretty sure that Travis wasn't aware of that until much after the concert.
But this isn't the first time, sir, that fans have been injured at one of Travis Scott's shows. He was arrested, in fact, twice for incidents that took place at his concert. Does he not have a history of inciting crowds that come to his shows?
You know what? Travis, as an artist, has really grown up a lot. I've spoken personally to him about this, and he really didn't understand the magnitude of his power up on the stage, I think, as a young performer, and he's really matured over the years. He does understand that. That's why when he saw something specific, he told security to get over there, and when he saw other things that were specific, he made sure that somebody went to help. So
when he was telling the crowd that night to rage, that was not inciting them?
I don't think so. I think it's nothing more than any other performer wants. You want your audience to be engaged. You want them to be standing up. You don't want them to be sitting down. I certainly don't think I know he didn't have anything like this in mind, certainly. He wanted them to be engaged. He wanted them to have a good time. We're coming out of COVID. This is what this festival was about.
Ed McPherson, we thank you.
So the whole rage language we keep hearing, that's what he's using all the time. Rage. Want to get the crowd to rage. What is that definition to you? Because a part of me, I'm going to be honest with you, a part of me says, yo, it's just a word that he's using to get the crowd hype. You know what I'm saying? To turn up, to rage. I've been to Rage Against the Machine. I'll tell you, that's one of the most craziest shows I've been to, and I've been there 4 times to see Rage Against the Machines back in the days, in the pits. And I tell you, man, there were times I couldn't even freaking breathe. You know what I mean? Because it was so tight. And the only way to breathe was to actually go into the pit. So you literally had to go into the pit. That was where you could breathe. And you're constantly being pushed around, and because the crowd's pushing forward and then back and then to the left, to the right. I'm trying to look at this in both aspects. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think how to word this right, because you have to really think before you speak with a situation like this. Is a real effing situation. Do you guys think that Travis is at fault for saying, yo, I want you guys to rage? My problem with Travis Scott isn't necessarily that. It's the whole thing, the tweets of, there's tweets out there that's been publicly posted of saying, like, allegedly that he wants people to sneak into the show. If they can't get in, sneak in. There's footage of thousands of people rushing the fences, knocking the fences down, breaking into the place. It was overcrowded for sure, definitely. But blaming him for using the word rage, isn't rage just like another word for turning up, getting hype? You know, give me that energy. Because that's what I think. I'm trying to play fair with this situation. I feel some sort of way toward Travis, but I have to also do this content properly. And I feel like the proper way to do it is kind of look at both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I hear, you know, him saying rage and people are like, he told us to rage. When I hear that, I'm not thinking he's telling y'all to freaking act like animals in the effing crowd. I'm hearing that saying, yo, turn up. You don't want to perform to a dead ass crowd, you know? That's what I'm taking that as. But a lot of people are taking this rage language, this range terminology as for people to actually go into a rage and go effing crazy. I'm curious to hear your opinions on all of that. Also, if you're just walking in, we're doing a reaction, a live reaction. I am live, hola, and we're reacting to the attorney speaking out against this whole situation at hand. And the question really is, I mean, is Travis at fault for this situation? Like, is he going to get in big shit over this? Let me know in the comments.
He does understand that. That's why when he saw something specific, he told security to get over there. And when he saw other things that were specific, he made sure that somebody went to help.
So when he was telling the crowd that night to rage, that was not inciting them?
I don't think so. I think it's nothing more than any other performer wants. You want your audience to be engaged. You want them to be standing up. You don't want them to be sitting down. I certainly don't think I know he didn't have anything like this in mind, certainly. He wanted them to be engaged. He wanted them to have a good time. We're coming out of COVID. This is what this festival was about.
Ed McPherson, we thank you so much for your time this morning.
Of course.
Turn now to a morning exclusive. In a moment, we'll speak live.
Oh, no, this is the same damn video. Let's go to that. Let's go to that in just a second. Let me pull that up. Guys, thank you guys for watching. He says this is clearly a ritual, a satanic ritual. Hey, if anyone wants to cam up for a little bit and just talk about their opinions on this segment, please do so. The link is there if you want to speak your mind for a minute. I'd love to have some of you up on here. Just try to avoid the swearing and everything. So let's get to this next piece right here with the Simpsons, because a lot of people are saying that the Simpsons, this is they predicted this all was going to happen and yada yada yada. How do you guys feel about this story right here? And I have a link in the description to it. Let's go here. So a lot of people are seeing this, and there's been a lot of reports. There's actually an article in the description box. Shout out to Steve Redman. I think it was Steve Redman who put me onto this. Let me double check that in just a second, just so I can get who that was real quick, and then get the link to that article, actually. Let's see, because I always like to shout you guys out. Yeah, Steve Redman sent me this, and now I can grab the article, and we'll dig into this. So this right here is fan art, guys. This is not actually from the Simpsons show, all right? This is going around. People are thinking it without effing reading anything people are saying. This is not from the Simpsons effing show, okay? But this is from the Simpsons show. And it says here, The Simpsons, this episode aired February 20th, 1992. Look how identical this is. Final four. This is inspired by something else, and we're going to get to it momentarily. This to the right is like a flyer, an art piece that Travis put out promoting everything. A true dystopia is here. So coincidental, maybe, maybe not. I personally think it's coincidental. But yeah, this image that people keep seeing over here, this has nothing to effing do with the Simpsons. This is some fan that drew this shit up, okay? And then, you know, if you see that and then you see this, you start thinking, holy shit, they knew something. But I think it's coincidence. Do you guys think it's coincidence? Let me know. And that is actually a parody of this, by the way. Shout out to Ian Scotto right there. That Travis Scott artwork is a parody to this from back in the day. So that's where they got that inspiration from. And thank you, Ian, for the assist right there. I appreciate that. So, you know, I wanted to mention about that. And let's go see what this article actually has to say about the story with the Simpsons, because a lot of people are bugged out about it. We see Family Guy, other stuff, predicting stuff, allegedly, people think. And then people don't like to freaking read. They just like to read a damn title, and then they say, oh, well, we know everything that effing happened. Meanwhile, you didn't even read the damn article. No one wants to read anymore, right? So, yeah, this is quote-unquote predicting, it says. You know, rumors are doing the rounds on the internet claiming that the show foresaw the recent Astro World tragedy. They're basically saying that this ain't, you know what I mean? This is not from the actual fucking show. So for everyone that thinks this is from the show, no, the Travis Scott wasn't on the damn show. Okay, guys? There was not a Travis Scott episode like this. This is fan artwork. So I wanted to debunk that before people start getting super carried away with the damn story at hand. Once again, the death toll now has rose to 9. 9 people have passed away. Don't be shocked if more do. I hope no more does. You know, they were reporting in the beginning. Let's run this back one more time. Oh, look what we got here, Mo Kid.
Whether it was a golf cart with red and blue lights or not, you know it's emergency personnel.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know.
That is a fact right there. I mean, he even acknowledged what it was, you know?
Yeah, he knew it. For him to sit there and say that it was something about somebody climbing on a tree or a pole or something, he stopped the show more than once, and it wasn't all for the same tree incident or climbing up the pole or whatever his lawyer had said or whatever. But no, I definitely feel like I think Travis, he should have taken the advice, you know, from the chief of police in the beginning when they saw what all that stuff happening in the beginning. They knew it was going to be out of control, and that was in the
Mm.
afternoon. You know, people really get turned up or rage out later on in the night when they're getting those drugs in their system, and alcohol's being served there. So
yeah, I agree 100%. And I'm gonna pull up an image of the actual ambulance, or as they like to say, what do you call it? A cart with lights or something?
golf cart,
Golf cart or something. It had lights, flashing lights. We all know what flashing lights mean, right?
I mean, I think my kids know what it means, and they're 4 years old and 8 years old. They know what that means.
Exactly. And look at these jamokes. It looks like they're on top of. Oh no, they're not. It's just the angle. I thought they were on. But at one point, there were people on top of it. Guys, once again, please hit the thumbs up button. Share these videos. YouTube does not like this kind of content on there, and you know, this is a great way for this to get out there by sharing this. This is the only way people are going to see my content that I'm really trying to work hard on and deliver for you all. So make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, because you just never know when I'm going to go live. And always hit me up on social media. Let me know if there's any topics you would like me to talk about. And also, of course, if you'd like to donate to the channel, it's right up top over there. So do you think Travis is going to get away with, well, not get away with, but let me reword that because that sounds crazy. Do you think that Travis Scott is going to do you think he's going to get he's going to be innocent of these accusations?
I think it's gonna hurt his name a little bit, but let's be real. I mean, his fan base are young kids. You know, they're not really. You know, I mean, it's mixed. His crowd, his following is mixed. It's young people in their 20s, 30s maybe and stuff. I don't think he's gonna be canceled out like that. But as far as him being held accountable, I mean, you know, we gotta set an example. You know, we can't always let these celebrities just get away with this because they have money and they have the fame. You know, I mean, enough's enough. You know, just like everybody had enough with the police brutality. I mean, where do we start holding, you know, people of this stature accountable for their actions too?
No doubt.
He paid for all this too. Come on, now you put the money up for this. I mean, you paid Live Nation.
Well, I don't think Live Nation. I'm pretty sure it's kind of like Live Nation is the promoters, so they come together, and this is not factual, but the promoter is the guy who handles all this stuff usually.
So who pays for security? Live Nation?
Yes, this is all through Live Nation. I mean, look, and not Live Nation is known as you know, the promoters of the show, right? So I've dealt with promoters in the past throughout my life, right? So the promoters handle the venue. They usually handle the venue, security, everything, you name it. You know what I mean? They handle the vendors that are there, right?
Okay.
In this
Travis
case,
not put any money into it. Does he?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he puts any money into this.
It's all profit for him. He's not paying for nothing there.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. See,
I think he's getting paid, and you know, the only thing that he's putting money into is his set.
Right?
Most likely his set. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that extravagant stuff that is kind of controversial. A lot of people are saying that it has to do with rituals, and we did a whole video on the rituals. I don't want to go so deep into that, but watch that video. Once again, there's a playlist of all the coverage, and we've been covering the shit out of this story. Go ahead, bro. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, have you covered the, I mean, I don't know, you don't want to get too much into it, but as far as the ritual thing, have you seen the reference to Pearl Jam?
No. What's that all about?
Oh, you haven't heard that? Okay, sweet. So in his latest video, The Escape Plan, he's wearing a T-shirt for Pearl Jam. And if you know what happened at Pearl Jam, one of Pearl Jam's concerts, I think it was called like Kill Blade, or I forgot what it was called. I heard it this morning. He's wearing a T-shirt, and ironically, I think the video came out the day before, the day of the concert. At Pearl Jam's concert, 8 people died. Coincidentally, 8 people died at this concert.
Okay, let's look at this.
And he's wearing a Pearl Jam. He's wearing a Pearl Jam. You got to pause it when he's getting into the I think he's getting into a vehicle in the video. If you pause it, he's wearing a Pearl Jam T-shirt. He's kind of covering it up a little bit. You really can't see it. That was one of the coincidences.
Via Radar Online, radaronline.com says Travis Scott's deadly Astro World Festival has eerie connection to Pearl Jam. Stampede rapper appears to pay rock band homage with Bone Chillin' number 8 but the reports are now 9 have passed away.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's
just
a coincidence. But you know,
and he had
something to
8
talk
flames
about.
on the stage. Those 8 flames that were going up, those 8
Yep.
flames. No,
that was
kind of
weird. That was weird. But just coincidence, I think, at first. You know,
Yeah.
because we have a woman a young woman that just passed away. I think yesterday, unfortunately.
I think I think our family just pulled it off because it's, you know, I mean, once you're brain dead, it's, I mean, who wants to live like that?
Yeah. And you know, thoughts and prayers to everyone, you know, that's dealing with these difficult times with this, because this is crazy. I think that Travis really messed up by saying that he encouraging people to like sneak into his shows and stuff like that. You would think that you would do the opposite, but I feel like Travis is just trying to be the cool guy to the young heads. Like, yo, you can't buy a ticket, just go there. Like, remember back in the days, I forgot what rapper or what rock star said it, but I remember there was an artist that said, if you can't buy the CD, steal it. We still get paid for that shit. And people would start stealing the album because they knew that they'd still get paid for it. I forgot who the artist was. But this is a little bit different now, you know, when you're sneaking into the
with
show.
CDs, those stores were paying for those CDs. I think the stores were paying for CDs up front, so it didn't matter to the artist.
I never heard of an artist promoting sneaking into an event. You know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, because he would lose money. I mean, why would you not? If 10,000 people sneak in and each ticket's $100, I mean, you're going to lose out on all that money.
Plus, it's dangerous as all hell because you're putting on a show and you're gonna have more people than what should be there, you know. And a lot of people saying he's so young. He's so young. He's not 18 years old. He's 29. Let's pay attention to that too. 29 ain't that young.
Yeah, I mean, you're pushing 30. I mean, you're not. He's been in the spotlight for a while. He's not a child. He has children his damn self.
Yeah. So
about the venue, I want to mention. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I want to hear what you have to say, please.
About the venue. So that park, from what I've heard, is it's just an open field. Like, that's actually just the parking lot to, like, it's open. So if anybody really wanted to, you can go there and put whatever you want. You know, for example, people want to sneak in liquor, sneak in their drugs. You can go there a week before and dig a little hole and put your stuff in the ground, or, you know, hide your stuff in a bush, whatever. You know, you could put a pistol there, a syringe.
Hey, Jesus, you're scaring me now, bro.
No, I'm just saying that's what people.
I mean,
do
don't do that. Please don't do that, people.
Oh, I'm not promoting. Do that.
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying, like, I never even thought about something like that, but it's true.
A lot of people do.
I went to a festival last month, dude. I'm literally walking. All of a sudden, I see the trees moving by these fences, and I see 2 young dudes just hop over the fence. And I'm not gonna lie, I've snuck into concerts in my days when I was younger. Now I got money. What the fuck I gotta sneak into it? Here, take my money. I got money for that, you know. But I mean, holy crap! Like, don't freaking promote that shit. You know, that's where you're effing up, bro. Like, promoting it, it's kind of crazy.
Me?
No, not you. I'm talking. No, I'm talking to Travis Scott, not you. Jesus Christ. I'm talking about. No, not you. You're not promoting nothing. I'm talking about the Travis is freaking nuts. You know what I mean? Travis is nuts. Not you.
All I'm getting at is that what's it called? That where it was held at wasn't like it was the best place either. Like, it's just an open park that was just barricaded off for the actual 50,000 people where they could have made it. But from my understanding, is he wanted it more, you know, not congested, but more, I guess the word intimate, or, you know, just more, you know, he didn't want it to look so spread out and dead. If it was 50,000 people, but the whole 200K, you know what I mean? Like, he had you know, you could have got more space out of it.
No, 100%.
I don't understand saying the Travis made that video the following morning. That little video, like, it was like right after the show. The dude's rubbing his face like he's tired as shit. I mean, he's fully dressed. Like, how is that video the following morning when he finds out, supposedly?
Yeah, a lot of people are not happy about that video. A lot of people think that's mad insincere. that he's full of shit. A lot of people feel some sort of way about that video for sure.
Yeah, and then was his lawyer trying to say that he didn't find out about the deaths until the following day, and that's when the video was posted by Travis?
I think so. We could play that video back.
He looks like he's fully clothed. Like, it looks like he's like right after the show, maybe a couple hours later.
Really?
It looks like he's fully clothed.
I'm gonna have to look into that on my spare time.
It looks like he's coming off his high.
How we doing on these likes, man? Hit that like button if y'all want to still rock. I got some time, but show some love back. Hit that thumbs up. Let me know that you digging the show. Right now, there's the votes say 57% say that Travis Scott is at fault. When it comes down to the show, 43% says no. Keep voting, guys. Let's participate. Let me know. Let me know you're enjoying the show. You know what to do. Show that love. Definitely share these videos. We got to share these videos so people see them. Because I even looked at my Sneaker Addict channel. I didn't even get a notification on my phone. Like, I'm looking at my Sneaker Addict channel. I didn't get a notification for the Delz show. So, like, a lot of people aren't getting notifications. So, you know, you already know how this algorithm thing works. We got to share these videos and hit the thumbs up. Do you believe that this was some kind of, like, devil worshiping thing? Or you think this is a bunch of some BS with it all? Mo. Oh, Mo's gone. Because I see a lot of people in the chat saying that this is like some kind of ritual. And once again, this is the artwork to that video. I want you guys to watch that video, definitely. Definitely watch that video and let me know. Travis was high and drunk from his time at Dave & Buster's celebrating. Oh my gosh. Sheesh. Are you holding a Travis Scott sneaker in your hand, Homegrown Kicks? It looks like you are. I want to ask you a question, and other people that are into sneakers. Are you going to be still wearing Travis Scott's sneakers, Travis Scott's clothes? Or are you guys taking a break from Travis Scott's clothes, his shoes? I know it could be an uncomfortable thing to talk about. So if you don't want to speak about it, you know, I respect that. You're back. Yo, what do you think about this Travis, the satanic shit? You feel like it is that, or you think no?
I think he does. I mean, the stage was set as an upside down cross. He has some weird ass burning bird flying around. If you look at the T-shirt that he's wearing in the concert, it looks like the people are blue and they walk through a door and they come out as like the T-shirt he's wearing is that the people are blue, walk through a door and they turn red with flaming heads, like they're crossing through the portal to hell. Like, why are they all of a sudden, you know, if you look at his T-shirt he's wearing, I think he's into that shit.
And you see, look at the stage. It says "See you on the other side," and that is that portal vibe. Some people say it's kind of like they're accusing it of like it's hypnotizing. You know, we went through the whole thing on this video where you see the artwork here. So watch that video. It's got a lot of views too, and it's got like over 200 comments. So it's a video you want to see. That's linked in the description box, and it will be pinned in the chat eventually if you're watching the playback. Definitely a video you want to see. Now I know you're a big sneaker guy. This is not the Sneaker Addict, but he you know, we know how much his sneakers go for. We know how much, you know, people love his shoes that he does with Jordan and Nike. Do you own any of his shoes?
Yeah. I probably have. I have the Jordan. I have the first Jordan 1 high, the brown one. I have the low. I have 2 pairs of the brown 6s. I have the Air Max 270 or 720, whatever the hell it was.
Excuse me. So let me ask you this question: have you worn them yet?
Yeah.
Are you gonna? Do you feel weird wearing his shoes now, or are you not wearing his shoes, or like?
No, I don't feel. I mean, I don't know why I would feel weird.
Like I feel a little weird wearing them. I feel like right now, like I feel like I don't want to wear anything of Travis Scott because I feel like I don't know why I feel this way. I don't know if some of you guys may think it's stupid why I feel this way, and I respect that if you do, but I feel like foul wearing his shit right now because of all those people that died at that show. I feel like at least some of those lives could have possibly been prevented if he took like a 15-minute break from the show and just said, turn all the lights on, let's get this under control, this crowd. You guys got to chill the fuck out right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, had he stopped the show, there would have been a riot." But I think they're underestimating. I think they're underestimating that Travis. I think they look up to him. Anybody. It could have been Mariah Carey up there. Mariah Carey's been around for how long? Had she said, "Hey, turn the lights on, stop the show, give us a 10-minute break, everybody relax, take a breather," I think they would listen to Travis too. They would have calmed the hell down for 10 minutes to get stuff in order. I don't know why everybody's saying they would have started, rioting. I think they look up to anybody in that, position.
It's how they handled the situation, because like I've watched a lot of like little clips of people handling situations where people are passing out. I've seen like all different types of concerts, from heavy metal to Lady Gaga to like Adele to other hip hop concerts. They literally stopped the show and they yelling at the security like, "Get over here! Like, get the hell over here. We're not doing another note until this shit is cleaned up. Like, help these people. This is serious." And I just didn't like how he was like, "All right, let's what you came here for. Let's shake the ground or something." And just
I didn't like that
playing.
either.
He could have just taken the break, say, "Guys, love y'all. Let's chill the fuck out for a second. We got some serious matters."
10-minute break. He could have done that. I don't like how he did that.
If there's an ambulance in the crowd, that's serious now.
Yeah.
I've been to over 50 shows, bro.
You've been a lot more than me.
I've never seen an ambulance in the crowd, bro.
That's
In
what
the
I'm saying.
crowd? Like in front of the stage? I've seen ambulances at shows, but not in the damn crowd.
Yeah.
I just went to a festival. I seen ambulances, but they weren't in the crowd, like in the pit. You know what I mean? Like, if you have them in the pit, that's weird. That's when it's on some other shit, bro. When the ambulance is in the pit, it's time to take a 15-minute break. B. Go eat a sandwich or something, smoke some and then come back, 15, 20 minutes later. Like, do what you do. Joey, Vinny, what up, bro?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Everything's good, man.
So for people that don't know, Vinny is an ex-detective in New York. So this is great insight right here. What do you think of this lawyer right here, this attorney right here? Did you catch this video or no?
Yeah, I was watching it. He's definitely lying, man. Come on. You see a lot of, I don't think so. Was rage meaning, riot or whatever? And he goes, I don't think so. Yeah, he's walking on eggs. Listen, he's been around a long time, and so is Travis. And Travis knows. It's like you said, look at all that information you got, DJ, when all the different concerts you've been to. Mm-hmm. It's almost like you go into your own house. You could see like who's this, who's that, what looks like an emergency vehicle, what doesn't look like, what's up, hey, he knows full well. I mean, he's a lawyer, so what is, that's what he's paying him for. But that's why people hate lawyers, what I mean?
It's a dirty job, but I guess someone's got to do it, right? Unfortunately.
Yeah, but the problem that I saw too was that the in big events like that, they have these smaller size, not like the big box bus ambulances, like with the diesel engines, because they're too big to go and turn around in these little pathways. Now, normally in big crowds like that, you're supposed to have a grid. And what that grid is, now I saw there was a couple of spots where, to have vehicle access, but they should be wide enough to take on a big ambulance. So what they do now is, and they've been doing it for years, everybody sees it, that they have these golf cart looking, medical vehicles. And it's like a 4-door hard top roofed golf cart kind of looking thing, I mean, it's not like your typical golf cart, but it is all marked up. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's got lights on the top of it. You know what that is. And you should never see it in the crowd. When you see it surrounded in the middle of a crowd like that, right out the gate, you should be looking at from a stage standpoint or security standpoint saying there's something wrong there, because that vehicle should not be in the middle of that crowd. It should just not be. It should be in its rightful grid path where, you have certain amount of people could fit in this pen. Like at New Year's Eve, we always had in the city, in Times Square, we made grids, and okay, we call them pens. All right, you got a pen here, you got a pen there, you got pen, and all the pens had numbers to them, and certain police and security assigned to each one. Also, you could still get full access to each and individual pen. When you can't get access to all the different pens, that's the problem. And this is like a sea of people where, you're supposed to have God forbid, even if Travis himself needed an ambulance, you would want to have at least a straightforward shot to get him from the front if he fell in the crowd. What if he passed out? The crowd is taking him and crowd surfing him to the middle of all these people. How is his security going to get Travis now? Let's just say he passes out and now he's crowd surfing. And with crowd surfing, man, you can go all over the place. And now how are they going to get him? So it really is it would help out better for better grid planning to get those smaller vehicles in there, pull out the stretcher. They don't have like the stretchers with the wheels, but they have something that the two guys can carry and throw some bodies on, man. But right then and there, any security expert at that place would look at that right there and say, this is not going to work. We got to look out for the safety, especially for children. This kind of setup might have worked out like at a Dave Matthews Band concert or, something a little bit more chill. But when you're going to create some mosh pits and raging and elbows and whatnot, you got to have some people. And plus, let alone the fact that they're getting crushed. How about like all your pickpocketers now? How about all your gropers that are out there running around? You're not hearing about any of that bullshit, and that goes down all the time.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I didn't even put that in perspective about that. One of the people that passed away, I seen one of their family members is searching for a chain that was taken off of the person. And there actually is video footage of them picking up all the chains and so that actual physical chain. Yeah. There's someone filming them, grabbing all the stuff like freaking animals,
Yeah, that's a pickpocket's paradise and a groper's paradise right out of the gate with that,
I'm not gonna lie. I've came out of concerts. I don't think I was pickpocketed. I think I'm just sloppy and I'm just dropping money on the floor, maybe a couple of too many brewskis,
Yeah, well, that's normal. You always see the carnage mess laying on the floor when something's over. You should see like when New Year's Eve is over in Times Square, you should see all the shit we find.
I can imagine. I can only imagine, man. But yeah, look, the attorney, his job, he's hired to put this guy over, and that's just what you're gonna hear. He said he never seen that footage before of the security when they were breaking through the security in the broad daylight. The attorney said this is the first time he's seeing this footage.
Yeah, that's BS, man.
Yeah,
that's BS. It was already reported on the news while this kid was on his way. I have a feeling that him with his hand on and he keeps licking his lip. He knew full damn well what the hell was going on over there. Yeah. And I have a feeling that was probably either backstage he did that or he did that when he got to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Mo?
No, I was saying he was 15 feet. He was like 15, 20 feet away from I think the ambulance. He was looking right down at the guy getting CPR, so he's seen.
Yeah, and singing, yeah, with auto tunes. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like,
and if you notice,
no regard for people. It's like, dude, like
it's disgusting.
Everybody matters there.
Listen, that number 8 is a very symbolic number, but it's not an evil number, okay? But I don't think the 8 really has too much to play with it. But because if you think about the flames, they go, oh, well, there's 8 flames, but 9 people died. But how do you know they weren't ready to flame up 2, 3, 4, 5 other flames at the moment that they knew how many they got dead before the concert ended? You see, these are satanic ritual, bar none. I'm telling you, and I could give you so many different reasons.
Tell me a little more about that, because that's interesting. Because what you're basically saying, that day is what it was about. How many passed away that day? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is, well, yeah,
I'm just interested to hear your opinion on this.
Well, my opinion on it is, number one, the Kardashians are witches, man. All right, let's just start with the Kardashians.
Yeah, it was Kris Jenner's birthday that day too.
66 years old.
Yep.
Okay. Now, you look at all the men that have come through the Kardashian family. Have they ever landed on the right side or a good side of anything when the girls decide to kick them out?
No, it's been kind of a mess, except Kanye West. He's very successful. He's one of the richest people in the world. But besides him, he's also been through some shit too. This has been hasn't been perfect.
Let's say but you did see him fight through, like maybe like because these bitches put some spells on you, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, look at Lamar Odom, man. He was so successful, great basketball player, and then look what happened to him. You know,
right? But what I'm saying is,
crackhead.
If you look at from the beginning of time, rituals and ritualistic things of sacrifice have been around. Okay, there is no denying that. But what people don't have, and they have a hard time believing in it, and a lot of people would say, "Oh, you know, conspiracy theories this and conspiracy theories that." But when it's so blatant, right out in front of your face, just like this is a lot of times, you know, symbology is in everything that you see. It's no different than marketing. It's no different than logos. You know, you see that Nike swish, you don't have to even second guess what the hell that symbol means, right? So all throughout time, symbols and trademarks and bullshit like that have always been around representing what is what. And unfortunately, the evil side of things, and mostly your evil rich, goes back to the Masonic, you know, the Masonic symbols, you know, the Masons, you know, the compass and the square, and you know, all these different symbologies we can go into. But if you recognize certain things in certain colors, for example, when all that was going on, did you guys notice that blue and white going to the left on each of those screens? It looked like it was like a time warp. It was like blue and white for a very long time, circling around when Travis was up there looking and before he started going, you know, all that bullshit. You got to pull that up, I'm telling you. You're going to see that blue and white, and I'm going to get back to why that is a very, I don't understand it, but what I do know about it is that blue and white, it's a certain blue and a certain white barred together, and with movement or lit up or shown or put whatever, is all over the motherfucking place with these crazy elitist gatekeeping kind of people who either are into you know, child stuff, and I won't say go into, you know, give you strikes like that, but you know what I'm saying, doing inappropriate things with children and crap like that. And I'll leave
let
it
me
like that.
Let me ask you a question, because I want to play devil's advocate with you. What about the people that think differently than you, that may say that people like you are looking into this? This is mumbo jumbo, and there's a lot of people that are really rooting you on in the chat. They loving what you're saying. But what about people that say that this is just entertainment? Ozzy Osbourne did this back in the days. People do this, you know. It's just entertainment. It's that's all it is. Y'all are looking too deep in it. What do you feel about that when people say that?
Right. Well, with Ozzy, and just like, hey, listen, it's always, if you just picture like evil in itself, and evil is always trying to control and label and divide and confuse everything and people. And Ozzy, through music industry, has been hijacked through. It's no different than anything else. You could always find the positive side of things in technology, and you could find the negative things in technology. It's no different than, I mean, shit. I mean, television has not even been around for all that long, if you really think about it. And now we're on to the internet age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure the television had the right intentions when it first came out, right? Hey, we're going to entertain people and have a couple of talk shows and the real deal. But then all of a sudden, people within the dark side of things say, hey, you know, I'll pay you. And it's a slow process. It's like you plant the seed, and that seed's got to grow. and it grows and grows and grows. But they're so damn sneaky about it. Now it's almost like in front of your face. To the point now, like Ozzy and music has been hijacked to this kind of level. Like, I love rap. I grew up with rap, all that 80s rap, 90s rap, because it had a meaning, it had a song, it had a good beat, good track, whatever. But all this newer stuff that I've noticed, and I'm a huge music fan, all this lately new stuff.
I got to run to this right outside of my room. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, no problem. It's what I notice in music in the song is basically it's the same preference. They sing about what they have, show off what they have, high end anything. Look at my cars, look at this, look at me, look at me, look at me. And then they always rap about what they're gonna get and all what everybody else don't have that they have. And or killing somebody that they don't like or something like that. It all has the same preference. It all has the same storyline. And auto-tune, come on, man. It sounds okay for a couple of things here and there. But normal rapping, you look up some real good old rap songs. I mean, you can go back to like Public Enemy even, man. People hated all these white people, that Public Enemy. Oh, they're going to turn my kid into a bank robber. Boo. Look at me. I turned out to be a detective, and I could do line by line a lot of their different songs, especially like when Fight the Power came out and all that crap.
No problem, Mo Kicks. Thank you for calling in. No, you bring me back, like, there's always been, look.
But what I'm saying is,
long story short, there's always been controversy with music. You know what I'm saying?
But to get tied into that ritualistic stuff, listen, you guys heard of Build a Block Group, right?
I don't want to go there.
Okay, but you heard about that.
Yeah, but I don't want to go there, though.
Okay, so we won't go there. But what I'm saying is it ties into that. But so they keep pushing the envelope. How much could they keep pushing the envelope, these evil bastards with the money? I'm not saying all these rich.
I want to kind of just concentrate on this show. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I want to concentrate on not this like live show, but this particular show. You know what I mean?
That blue and white.
You know what it is? It's just that.
No, I know. You don't have to explain yourself.
I know. No, but what I want to explain to everyone, not just you.
Okay.
Once you start going different directions, some people, their attention span, they can't handle all that shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's like a whole nother
But that's
show.
why I just dropped it. Like, I'm not going to talk about it, but if someone says, and they're curious.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's just something they do after your show. What was that Vinny guy saying about that? What did he say? Hamburger?
But yeah, man. So like, look.
But that blue and white, if you just notice, when he's standing up there, that blue and white was going circling around behind him on all those flaming looking stage sets he had. It looked like a time warp, like the Twilight Zone. So that's a trance in itself. But those colors, you'll find those colors more enlightened than a lot of places that they should not be. And they usually represent young people, young children, kids, young adults, whatever. But it also has a symbology meaning to what I've noticed is ritualistic things. Now,
and not to cut you off, I want to mention this. This video right here, where you're seeing the R2, this is on this channel. There's a link in the description. We talked about these frequencies, so make sure to check that out. Okay, LaMonica, I really want you to watch this video. This is the video right here. It's in the description. We talked all about that. I think you really want to watch that. A lot of you will. Don't mean to cut you off.
Nah, man. No, but see, let's just take that frequency. It's free. You produce right now. You're putting out energy right now, DJ.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like that whole video, like I was breaking that down there. I want them to watch that, but you're right.
Okay.
We're all made out of energy, so our bodies are gonna. And in that video, I even talk about with the COVID shot. So like, with the frequency, some people are saying that it may affect that, but I don't want. One thing I promised myself, I'm not going to talk about the same thing twice on these episodes. I'm really trying hard not to do that.
No doubt. Yeah.
So okay. I actually got to go really soon. So
did you know that when people first arrived at this as concert, They said there was something playing on a loop at a very low frequency that everybody could
Really?
hear.
I did not. Now that's something to talk about.
Right. So they were saying, reports were saying that when people showed up, it was like a continuous loop of this noise that was being made, like this frequency sound.
Really?
All day long on the loop until this kid showed up. Look, yeah, you can look
so
that
that
up.
was the background music.
You can just search up low frequency loop at Travis Scott concert, and you'll find something on it. But what I'm saying is it's all about the trance state. You know, you're getting hypnotized. Now, when people walk through this, the symbology of walking through his mouth is he's swallowing you up. Okay. You're going into the beast of the belly. You've heard of that.
There's an image that's out there of that from back in the like
yeah, it's an old carnival thing. And what do carnivals usually represent? Children. What is Astro Land? We had an Astro Land or Astro World, I think, in Brooklyn, around Coney Island and whatnot. I don't know what the relationship is with it, but that Astro whatever is land or world. It has something to do. It's very symbolic, but carnivals and everything, bazaars and whatnot, that all represents back to kids, young people, because young people are more influential than your mind or mine. You know, your mind.
Not to cut you off. They did have like rides there. It was like a carnival and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I actually gotta get out of here. I just want to knock out a quick hour. I got an appointment really soon. Yo, Vinny, I appreciate you coming through over here, bro.
Anytime, man.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. And is there anything else you'd like to say before you go?
No, I'm just saying, like, maybe people should just do a little research on Travis Scott. Ritualistic audio, symbology, and frequencies of getting hypnotized a little bit over there. You know,
I'm gonna look into that more. We may actually do a whole episode on that. You know.
All right, cool.
So I'm gonna do some research on that myself.
All right, my man.
Come back on that, man. Thank you for your time.
Later, okay?
I appreciate everyone that's always here, that's tuned in and you know, was participating in the chat on the playback. Shout out to Mo Kicks who called in too. Like anyone that ever wants to call in and wants to speak on it, you know, it's very simple. You just click a link, and then you can just call in. It's as simple as that. You could do it straight from your phone, and you know, keep in mind that these are people watching the shows. Not everything that everyone's saying I am on board with. You know, these are opinions, and that's what I love about it. Everyone's got their own opinions, so that's an amazing thing. Like, and that's the difference between putting something out here on the internet where people can speak their thoughts, people could call up, people could. You see, Vinny came in here, spoke his mind. Mo came in here, spoke his mind. We got this amazing chat in here, speaking their mind. Michelle, who else is in here? LaMonica, but hey, DB Cooper, what's up, bro? Drede is in here, Gold is in here, or this guy Anthony, I've never seen him before, is in here. Anthony H, you know, everyone that's in here. I love seeing you guys, ladies. Angie's in here. Shout out to everyone, you know, that's here. Sean, Killama. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, No Name Misfits. Always please share these videos, share videos that you enjoy watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you hate the video, hit the thumbs down button. Come back to this video and leave your comments when we're done broadcasting. This way people could read your opinions. A lot of times people watch these back and unfortunately they don't look at the chat. I know I a lot of times don't when I watch other videos. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So definitely, like, when we're out of here, just refresh and come right back in here and leave a comment, because your thoughts matter, like, for real. Like, that's what I love about YouTube, is that, like, I could just, like, broadcast live and we can have a conversation about anything in the world. I mean, and, you know, it's crazy. Like, I'd stream once in a while, and then when Kobe passed away, I was so, like, hurt by it, and I didn't know who to talk to. So I said, let me go live and talk to people on live. And it just created this now where we're always live now, and it's so freaking awesome. I love it. I love this guy too, Simba the cat. This is Simba the cat right here. Great cat. This cat was homeless, living in a sewer by a dog park I used to take my dogs to, and he would hang out with me and my 2 Boston Terriers who are no longer with us. Rest in peace to Cecilia and PJ. And I was like, this guy got nowhere to live. I'm going to take him, see if he got scanned, if he got a chip. He didn't have a chip. He was living in an effing sewer. And I was like, man, this guy deserves a better life. So I ended up adopting him, taking him in. He's an awesome cat right here. And unfortunately, he's got freaking stomach cancer now, which sucks. But we giving him medicine. Hopefully he doesn't seem unhappy. He's a very happy cat. So I'm not worried. I just pray that he's in good, and that he stays good. Mr. DB Cooper, man, thank you for lighting it up, man. Holy moly, guacamole with the super chats. Lighting it up, man. Look at that. Thank you, Delz. No, thank you, man. I love to see that you're back at it, man. And I love the love that you show for this show right here. Thank you so much.
Lord, that's awesome.
Thank you so much. When you guys send the super chats, I like to give you guys a thank you promo. This is me when I was younger. Footage of me. I was out at a bar. My build was so nice back then. I had great hair. I was dancing with some girls, and then you get haters once in a while. They get jealous. So this is actual old footage of me from back in the days. So this is one of my thank you videos when you donate live while we're on the show.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Stop it. Oh, watch how I do.
Boom, boom, boom. What's good?
What's good? I'll tell you what's good. Mr. DB Cooper, lighting it up. Thank you so much, my friend. I really, really mean it. And thank you all for tuning in. Do you guys want me to run back that Travis video we watched earlier once again? I don't know if you guys seen it. I have no problem doing that if you guys want me to run back the attorney speaking one more time. Just talk to me in the chat. We'll run it back one time. I think y'all want that. But yeah, just let me know and we'll dig into that one more time. Because I know how it works with these live streams. People dip in, dip out. There's probably already a couple of hundred people that's been in and out of here, if not more. So, some people are just walking in here waiting to hear what I got to say about this attorney. So maybe we'll go through this one more time if you'd like. Just got here. I see. Yeah, I might as well. Okay. You know the drill. If you're a regular here, hit 1, 2, 3. It lets me know that you can hear the actual video courtesy of Good Morning America and ABC News. Hit 1, 2, 3.
Marcus Moore live with Travis Scott's attorney as the death toll in that Houston concert tragedy rises to 9. But first, let's go back to Marcus Moore there in Dallas with the latest on this. Good morning again, Marcus.
Well, Cecilia, good morning. As this investigation stretches into another day, the death toll, as you mentioned, sadly is rising. 22-year-old Bardi Shahani died from her injuries. She was a senior at Texas A&M University and was at the concert with family. She suffered multiple heart attacks, authorities say, as she was crushed by the crowd. And this was her first time attending this music festival. It's been nearly a full.
I want to make something clear, too. Music festivals are probably the most dangerous things you could go to because it's just open land. You got to be really careful when you go to these things, guys. Like when I went to that music festival I went to last month, I did a whole vlog on it on this channel. Just type in DJ Delz Blue Ridge Rock Festival. I was actually a little bit complaining about that festival. And then with this now, that looks like the perfect festival I went to. you really got to be careful at these things, man. Put in perspective how many people are going to be in an open field, and really have a plan, a strategy if we have a shit hits the fan moment like we did here. All right, please.
Weeks since the incident left 8 other young people dead and hundreds hurt. And there was chaos long before the gates even opened. And in the days since, there's been finger pointing about who could have or who should have stopped the show and whether or not it could have been stopped sooner by Travis Scott, the organizers, or even Houston police. But this morning, no one has been held accountable, and there's no clear answers on what exactly went wrong. Cecilia, the police chief, said that this is a criminal investigation and that it could take months for them to find answers as to what went wrong at this concert. Cecilia.
Okay, Marcus, thank you so much. And as you just said, there are so many questions. And right now we are joined live by Travis Scott's attorney, Ed McPherson. Mr. McPherson, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. I want to start right there with Barty Shahani, the 9th young person who passed away from the injuries that she sustained there at your client's show. We also have a 9-year-old boy who is in this medically induced coma. So I'll ask you, how much responsibility does your client bear for what happened that night?
You know what? That's what the investigations are about. That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of, is who was responsible. This obviously was a systemic breakdown that we really need to get to the bottom of before we start pointing fingers at anyone.
There are so many questions indeed about what happened there. We know that police declared this mass casualty event just before 9:40 p.m. The show, though, continued to go on for another 40 minutes. That mass casualty declaration, did it not get to your clients at all, or anyone on his team for that matter?
It absolutely did not. In fact, I think we've seen footage of police half an hour later just walking about and not looking like it was a mass casualty event. But clearly, the important thing is that never got to Travis. That never got to Travis's crew. He's up there trying to perform. He does not have any ability to know what's going on down below, certainly on a mass level.
So we've seen, you're looking at one right now, so many videos from that show. We know that Travis stopped the show several.
Mind you, this is that shot right there where he's, yeah, and you see them moving the body. You can't see it from this shot, but you could hear the audio if you pay attention to the background audio.
Several times at one point.
I'm pretty sure.
He acknowledges that someone had passed out and called for help. We've seen other footage where you could see ambulance lights, concert goers going out in stretchers. At what point did Travis find out what happened? And while all this was going on, what did he think was happening down below?
You know what? Travis didn't really understand the full effect of everything until the next morning. Truly, he did not know what was going on. As you could see from the clip right there, he's on a riser at one point and he sees one boy down, and he actually asks security, he stops the show, he asks security to get to that person. There were a couple other times, one with, you say an ambulance, but it looked more like a golf cart.
All right, so since it's hot off the press, let's show the golf cart that he's saying looks more like a golf cart. Does that look like a golf cart to you all? It's got freaking lights on it, you know, that are flashing. Clearly, you see blue and red, right? Or am I tripping? I don't think I am. Let's continue. Give your opinion, though. If you disagree with me, please.
Some lights. He wasn't sure what that was, but he stopped the show for that, told people to get aside if they're okay, put their hands up. There was one other instance right in front of him where he saw something specific. But understand that when he's up on the stage and he has flash pots going off around him and he has an ear monitor that has music blasting through it and his own voice, he can't hear anything. He can't see anything.
We also just saw this new report that Marcus was just talking about right before you about how out of hand this was even before the concert started. Folks storming security gates, one person sent to the hospital before these gates even open. Was Travis Scott aware of any of that?
He certainly was not. He's not part of that. He doesn't run security.
Seen homeboy climb off the side like a fucking ninja? Jesus.
He was preparing for the concert, and that's it. So this is the first time I've seen footage of that, and I'm pretty sure that Travis wasn't aware of that until much after the concert.
But this isn't the first time, sir, that fans have been injured at one of Travis Scott's shows. He was arrested, in fact, twice for incidents that took place at his concert. Does he not have a history of inciting crowds that come to his shows?
You know what? Travis, as an artist, has really grown up a lot. I've spoken personally to him about this, and he really didn't understand the magnitude of his power up on the stage, I think, as a young performer. And he's really matured over the years. He does understand that. That's why when he saw something specific, he told security to get over there. And when he saw other things that were specific, he made sure that somebody went to help.
So when he was telling the crowd that night to rage, that was not inciting them?
I don't think so. I think it's nothing more than any other performer wants. You want your audience to be engaged. You want them to be standing up. You don't want them to be sitting down. I certainly don't think I know he didn't have anything like this in mind. Certainly, he wanted them to be engaged. He wanted them to have a good time. We're coming out of COVID. This is what this festival was about.
Ed McPherson, we thank you so much for your time this morning.
All right, so that's that clip right there. We got to go through that again. If you want to watch you should watch this show from the beginning if you didn't watch it from the beginning. Hey Siri, what's the definition of the word rage? Okay, you're fired. Hey Alexa, what's the definition of the word rage?
As a noun, rage is usually defined as angry fury, violent anger, sometimes used in combination. As a verb, rage is usually defined as to act or speak with fury, show or feel violent anger, fulminate. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for rage.
Did you guys hear the definition of rage? Yeah, Siri's fired. Did you guys hear Alexa? Let's try Siri one more time. Hey, Siri, what's the definition of rage?
As a noun, rage means violent, uncontrollable anger. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yes.
As a verb, rage means feel or express violent, uncontrollable anger.
That's not good. In a court of law, if you're screaming rage, rage, and they go to the definition of rage, like have we even thought to look up? We all have our own thought of what definition rage means, right? But looking it up and actually having the actual definition in the United States of America is kind of crazy, because what they're describing in that definition is what kind of just effing happened, right? Thank you, brother, for the donation. Jones says, great job covering this crazy-ish, Delzy. Looking forward to tonight. And yes, we will have something more relaxing. As you guys see behind me, I love my sneakers. I have another channel, The Sneaker Addict on YouTube, The Sneaker Addict. We will have a sneaker battle at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if that's something that you would be into, definitely come through. It's a lot of fun. All right. Thank you for the donation, man. You know, that's the ultimate compliment. Actually, you know what? Let's do this one. This one's good. People love this promo. What song does Jay-Z have that makes you really think?
I do anything. Yes, I do anything for you.
Sing it again.
I do anything. Yes, I do anything for you. Right. And that's a Grammy. I'm pretty sure. That's a Grammy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was my.
Yo, that was incredible. Sing it again.
Boom, boom, boom. What's good?
What's good is Mr. Jones. Thank you so much for that donation. Keep in mind, man, YouTube already demonetized this video, and I have to request for the ads to run. If you enjoy this content that I put together, you could always send the donations over there to the PayPal or the Cash App on the playback. And I always do my best to shout you out on the following episode that I do. So if you watch this on the playback, send a donor, please write a little something so I can shout you out on the next show. And also follow all of my social media. Please follow the social media, because I usually tweet when I go live, and I try to hit all the other ones eventually, so you never miss out on the content. Unfortunately, this whole algorithm shit just destroys a lot of us content creators with getting a hold of you all, which we want to do. That's why we do this shit. Let's see. SC says Travis Scott is to blame for not stopping the show, but his team is also responsible. Who creates the events? Yeah, and look, this is what my whole thing is. Look, and I keep saying this over and over again. All you had to do, because these people that were at the event, they're like, if he could have said, put your finger on your nose, jump on one foot, make a noise, bark like a dog, a big dog, they would have roof, 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 and jump. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real here. They freaking idolize this guy. So if he said, listen, guys, chill out with the rage and shit real quick. Y'all need to settle it down. All right. There's a lot of serious stuff going on the stage. We need medical attention here now. And I'll be back in 15 minutes. If y'all start acting crazy, I'm leaving. So just chill out, everyone. Turn the lights on, and I will be back. Okay? That's what he should have done. I've seen so much on other videos, and then YouTube blocked the video because it's owned by this one or that one, so I can't use that. So unfortunately, I can't show it. But there's tons of video from all genres of music, not just rock music. Because some people say, "Oh, well, was that a rock concert?" Well, rock concerts are effing aggressive. You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, well, was that a pop concert?" But it's still tons of people there, though. Look. Entertainers make money off of who? The audience, the crowd, the people that watch them. If you're not showing any kind of concern for your audience, you're a piece of shit, in my opinion. That's just what it comes down to. You're a piece of shit. Okay? That's it. I mean, these guys are living the life. They're living the life. They're living in beautiful homes, driving beautiful cars, not worrying about paying bills, feeding their families. Because of what? Because of the people in the fucking audience. You know what I mean? Not saying that they don't deserve the shit because they're talented. Yes. Travis Scott, I've never thought he was the most talented guy in the world. I didn't think he wasn't talented, but I feel like in this day in hip hop, there should be more excitement for a J. Cole or Griselda or Kendrick Lamar. Not Jake. This guy, Travis Scott, is overrated. Way overrated, in my opinion. I thought Auto-Tunes was dead too. I don't know what the hell. Why Auto-Tunes is back now? I can't stand that Auto-Tunes all the time. Once in a while, it's not bad, but his whole show sounded like Auto-Tune. Travis could have parted the crowd 100%, but all conspiracy stories aside, did Travis actually know people were dying? Mosh pits have injuries and killed folks for decades. That is 100% facts too. This does happen. You know what I mean? It does happen. That's why when we had Vinny on earlier, when he was talking about some theories, I want to play both sides of the field. Because these are your opinions. Everyone has their own opinion, just like DB has his, and now Michelle says, "Y'all be sure to come back on the next live. You have a great point. You have great points." Yes, for real. I love connecting with everyone, and thank you, Michelle. This isn't Fox or CNN where there's one-sided stuff. I'm trying to get everyone's side of this. But I also will give you my opinion for whatever that's worth. Jesus may think my opinion matters, and then Michelle may think my opinion's the drizzling shits. Everyone, that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Michelle does. I'm just saying, I'm just shouting people. I'm just using your names to shout y'all out. Y'all know what it is. I also was thinking because of how packed it was, he probably couldn't tell if they were enjoying it or not. I mean, I've seen some video and they were just like freaking sardines, just smushed in the front. And we did interview two people that were at the show a couple of episodes ago. And I have a playlist, a nice organized playlist of all the content and most of it. I mean, it's hard not to talk a little bit about the same thing, being that we're talking about the same thing. But every time I go live about this topic, it's about some news that I've heard about. So dig into that playlist, like everyone. Everyone dig into that playlist. It's in the description box. I interviewed someone that was right by the front, and then and he was fearing for his life, he was saying. And this was live, we were interviewing. And then we had another person in the back that sat in the back. So we had a perspective of both areas. The person in the back didn't even know anyone was hurt, like not hurt this severely where they lost their lives. That's what I mean by that. So definitely check out all the videos. And yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, I think, unless there's anything y'all want me to talk about. Last call for super chats. We're going to break up out of here. If you have any questions, any thoughts, any concerns, once again, follow all of my social media across the board, please. This way you can keep in touch with me with what I got going on, especially Twitter. I'm really active on Twitter, and I love when you guys tweet me and tell me I would love for you to speak about this. Shout out to my dude Redman, who put me onto that story about the Simpsons, because there was a lot going on with that with the Simpsons today and yesterday. And also, unfortunately, we found out that it's now a count of 9 that have passed away through this unfortunate act of just people raging crazy. Hey Siri, what's the definition for rage?
As a noun, rage means violent, uncontrollable anger. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yes.
As a verb, rage means feel or express violent, uncontrollable anger.
Seriously? The next battle will be on the Sneakeratic, my other channel, at 7 o'clock tonight, and I hope to see you there, Fat Boy Kicks, and anyone else that's into sneakers. So we'll be there. That's my other channel. That's the big channel, and this channel hopefully will grow and become a big channel too. That's a goal of mine. I want to get to 100,000 subscribers. I want to get my videos massive views. I want to connect with you all. I want to talk to you all. That's what's the most important thing. I mean, at the end of the day, you can have all the views you want, but I just want to conversate with people. You know, I feel like conversations are so important, and I feel like that's what the beauty is of YouTube. Us actually connecting and speaking our minds and kind of just like hearing what everyone's opinions are, right? Helena says Travis Scott and his people running the gig need to go to prison. Wow, prison. Do y'all think that? Let me know in the comments. By the way, I did do a poll. Let me end the poll. 67 people say 57% say yes, Travis Scott, it is his fault. And 43% say no. So it's pretty close right there on that poll right there. Thank you to everyone that participated on that poll, for real. Yeah, that's the craziness. Uncontrollable, right? Bugged out shit right there. Yes, really bugged out, man. A lot of people don't ever talk about that. What is the definition of rage? You know, what is the definition of rage when it comes down to this Travis Scott situation with him saying that he wants his audience to rage? Once again, hey Siri, what's the definition of rage?
As a noun, rage means violent, uncontrollable anger. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yes. Yes.
As a verb, rage means feel or express violent, uncontrollable anger.
Hey Alexa, what's the definition of rage?
As a noun, rage is usually defined as angry fury, violent anger, sometimes used in combination. As a verb, rage is usually defined as to act or speak with fury, show or feel violent anger, fulminate. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for rage.
More. Alexa, more.
I have 10 more definitions for rage. As a noun, 1. A fit of violent anger. 2. Fury or violence of wind, waves, fire, disease, etc. 3. Violence of feeling, desire, or appetite. 4. A violent desire or passion. 5. Ardor, fervor, enthusiasm. 6. The object of widespread enthusiasm, as for being popular or fashionable. 7. Insanity, the condition of being insane, a derangement of the mind. As a verb, 8. To move, rush, dash, or surge furiously. 9. To proceed, continue, or prevail with great violence. 10. Of feelings, opinions, etc., to hold sway with unabated violence.
Wow. Can you guys, were you able to hear Alexa or no? I will do that because of that artwork, the dystopia artwork. I will entertain that right there. Hey Siri, give me the definition of dystopia.
Dystopia means an imagined place or state in which everything is unpleasant or bad, typically a totalitarian or environmentally degraded one.
You heard that, right? Dystopia. And that was part of the artwork when they were promoting the show, which we will go real quickly to Travis Scott's actual Instagram, and I will show you the artwork that was posted to promote the show. Man, I thought I was leaving, and y'all just dug up a whole... That's what I like about these live shows. See? Hey, Siri. Never mind.
Okay.
Hey, Alexa. Give me the definition of dystopia.
Dystopia is usually defined as a society characterized by human misery, as squalor, oppression, disease, and overcrowding.
And overcrowding. Ah, yikes. That's crazy. Yes, we did that in the beginning of the show. I actually debunked that with the Simpsons thing because it really needed to be debunked. You know, there's a lot of images of them showing this on social media. Let me dig this up real quickly. This is not official artwork from the Simpsons. This was fan artwork, but keyword but. This is actually from the Simpsons, and this artwork that both are using are actually inspired by, drum roll please, where is it? By this. Shout out to Scott, by the way. This is where the inspiration came from, this post right here from Travis Scott. He was inspired clearly by this. And who tweeted me this? I always like to shout out people when they tweet me at DJ Delz, Ian Scotto, to be exact. So, yeah, so we ran through the definition of rage because, I mean, that seems to be a key word in this, that he's telling the audience to rage, right? And I don't think that's what's so dope about going live, because you see, we've been live now for an hour and 43 minutes, and I've yet to hear anyone really define the word rage, define dystopia, and put it all in together like a shit sandwich. You know, it's kind of crazy that they say overcrowding. Alexa, what's the definition of dystopia?
Dystopia is usually defined as a society characterized by human misery, as squalor, oppression, disease, and overcrowding.
Alexa, what's the definition of rage?
As a noun, rage is usually defined as angry fury, violent anger, sometimes used in combination. As a verb, rage is usually defined as to act or speak with fury, show or feel violent anger, fulminate. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for rage.
I mean, that's pretty crazy, you know? It's pretty crazy. To me, or are we overlooking this shit? I mean, like, what do you guys think, ladies and gentlemen, and especially people watching on the playback? Write in the chat and I want you to write in the comments. I want you to come back to this video and write in the comments. It's important that you guys share your opinions when we're out of here in the comments, because a lot of people aren't going to read you in the chat. So I want you to express your thoughts on everything. But what is the definition in your mind of rage? Like, because I'm curious to know that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new. Follow all my social media across the board, because then you'll know when I'm live. And once again, you know, a lot of these videos are controversial, so I do not ever really get to, you know, have my ads running. So if anyone ever wants to donate, bong, 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 no pressure. But if you'd like to send some donations, I do have to pay for this setup here, you know, with all this shit where I'm able to show videos and react to stuff. I'm actually not even on YouTube right now. I'm broadcasting from StreamYard. So I'm on a budget every month. I have to pay for this. So that's, people may think, oh, you're making money off of this. No, I'm trying to make my money back from what I actually put into every month that I have to pay every month. So just want to make that clear. So people aren't like, oh, this guy's just another piece of shit just trying to make a living off of people's misery. No, that's not the case at all. I promise you that. I make my money elsewhere. But yeah, let's see. Take the youth, not influence. So thank you guys once again for watching. I will see you guys on my other channel if you would like. If you're new to the channel, over at the Sneaker Addict. That's where we just do sneakers. Here, a lot of current event stuff, pop culture shit, not always negative stuff too. I'm gonna be honest with you, but we do a lot of new stuff. We covered the Al Post story, which was really interesting, the Al Post story, because we actually learned a lot about his life while he was with the feds, and he had his name changed, and he was living and working for Pepsi at a warehouse. So if you're interested in that story, dig into my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm DJ Delz. You could be anywhere in the world and you here with me, and I appreciate it. Let's all be nice to each other. Let's try to increase the peace. And guys, use your instincts. If you feel danger around you, get the fuck out. Excuse my French, but get out. You know, if you feel like this is not a good environment that you're in, thank you. Nice to meet you too. Love the earrings. They look good on you. I don't think I've seen you either. Great seeing you in here. Salute to everyone in here. But yeah, look, when you feel fearful or you feel like this could be dangerous, go. It's not worth your life. Don't think, oh, well, I paid all this money to see Travis Scott live, then well, I can't just leave. At least move. If it's getting too filled, there's got to be a point in your mind where you're like, well, it's getting a little too packed in here. You're sitting in here, you're shrinking and shrinking like an effing sardine, right? You're like this wide, and then before you know it, you're effing pencil. It's time to go somewhere else and watch this show. And you may not be able to smell Travis's sweat off his, off his armpits, but at least you'll go home tonight, and that's important. Let's all go home tonight, all right? For real. And also, I always, oh, look at that. Beautiful. Rage is anger, bruh. He incited rage. I would have said yes. Being a concert promoter tonight must suck. Dude, can you imagine now? Like, can you imagine if you're a concert promoter, what he has done to that industry? Like, he's totally just screwed up a lot of people that put out great shows that are safe shows. He really messed it up for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people. For real. Thanks for the dono, bro. If you're new here, we always played a little funny promos just to thank you. So let's go.
Boom, boom, boom. What's good?
What's good, Mr. DB Cooper? That's what's really good. Thank you for showing love to the show. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Like, we gotta be more smart about what we do. Some of us, and unfortunately, it's people that are just young. I'm not old. I don't consider myself old yet. Keyword yet, but it's getting there. But when I was 18 years old, I was in the pits. I was on the floor, like, not on the floor. You know what I mean? I was on the general admission in front of the stages, all of that stuff. And it got tight at times. I've seen badass bands like Rage Against the Machine, and where the only place you could really get the air is going into those pits. And you know, it like don't go there if you're not willing to risk your life. That's really what it's come down to at this point. Like, don't go to shows if you're worried about possibly risking your life. For real. It's dangerous. Go to the show and just watch from the back. You know, why do people got to be so close to these people? You know, look, Travis Scott. Does he really even give a shit about half of y'all? Look how he reacted. Yeah. Fucking weird is all shit, man. For real. Let's turn up, man, for Friday though. And thank you for the donation from Vinny Pots and Pans. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Stop it. Oh, watch how I do.
Man, thank you so much, bro. Let me hit you with that boom.
Boom, boom, boom. What's good?
What's good is Vinny, Pots and Pans, man. It's really nice to talk to all you guys, for real. It really is. It says that place should be banned. Well, I mean, it's just the feel. They just use that to do the show and everything. That wasn't Travis on stage. Hate to tell y'all. What? Explain. What are you talking about? You getting somewhere with this? People need to stop idolizing people. You know, people care more about stars than their own family sometimes. You ever notice that? People are so into like these stars. They're like mesmerized by them, you know? It's weird. It's strange to me, you know? Shit. I can't call it, man. Oh, man. I swear. I'm just blown away. Like, I've watched a bunch of videos. I've never seen anyone really analyze the word rage before. I'm going to definitely make a different clip of just that, because that was something. That was a moment here on the show. Definitely, right? In my opinion. No, I get what you're saying. I was a little late on that one. Killamar, what up, man? Breaking for the people that are fans of my other channel, it's looking like the battle tonight will be Matt for the win versus Pain 82. 7 o'clock on the Sneaker Addict on YouTube. The Sneaker Addict on YouTube. So that should be exciting tonight. And I'm really looking forward to that. That's gonna be crazy. But yeah, man, I really don't know what else y'all want me to talk about. I think we dug through it all. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys shortly. It's very shortly. It's already almost 5. I gotta feed my kids and prepare for tonight's show tonight. And once again, I keep repeating myself because I know people are just walking in here. If you ever want me to speak about anything that you think would be something that would be a good show, something I would be also interested in, and please don't get offended if I don't answer you. I may miss your thing, you know what I mean? Also, and the DMs is so hard for me to get to you all. But right over here is all my social media. I love I love Twitter. I love when you guys tweet me. I love that. Instagram, just go to my photos and just write in one of my photos. Dude, talk about this, please. Just go to my photos and just and you know what? If you guys go crazy and like all my photos and leave comments, I really do my best to show love back to you all. So for you taking the time to check out what I got going on in my life, I always like to do the same. So keep that in mind too. And then my Facebook, which is the only Facebook I have, is this one. This is the legit one. This one is verified. My other 2 accounts are not verified, but this is a verified account on my Facebook. We're working on getting everything else verified. But man, I think this was a pretty kick-ass show. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Share this with a friend. Share this with your coworkers. Tweet this. Post it on Facebook. And I really hope you guys have a great weekend. And also, Don't drink and drive, guys. Another thing, man, before we go. It's ridiculous. I heard about something horrible with that. Look, you call a cab. I'm not a cab, or Uber. I sound old school. Call an Uber. It's so easy to use Uber. It's so freaking easy. Uber, Lyft. I'm not promoting any brand. This ain't no subliminal advertisement. This is just things that need to be done. Don't drink and drive, all right? On a Friday, Saturday, even a Monday night, maybe happy hour or something. Let's not drink and drive. Let's take care of each other and let's show love, all right? I'm DJ Delz. My friends call me Delz, and I'll see you guys later. I was gonna say later, but yeah, some of you I will see later on the Sneaker Addict. Peace. Thank you, everyone. Love. All right.